Hello and welcome to another video from TheSavageTrout on YouTube, and it is episode 19 of my FIFA 15 Burnley career mode. Down in 17th place, 16 points from 17 games. It's been a interesting season so far. First of all, sorry about lack of videos recently. I've just been getting back to school, so there's been a lot of work. Anyway, it's a Boxing Day fixture on the Friday against Liverpool, so this is going to be an almighty game. We are not starting Ings in this game, we're starting Barnes up front. Ings is just, his health is a bit lower and he hasn't really been banging in the goals, and I've also brought in Boyd on the left, which is his more favoured side, so I'm hoping he can do a bit of damage. Liverpool are fifth in the league, so they're right in the hunt for fourth place. As you can see, Newcastle now top now, so this season just gets more and more bizarre, really. But we really need to win, because you can see that 14th is kind of starting to distance itself a bit, 4 points behind Everton now, so a win would be good here. If I was away, I think it'd be quite difficult, but much like the Newcastle game, I have high hopes. Hopefully those high hopes won't be crushed like they were after that amazing goal in the last game. Man United versus Newcastle there as well. That's going to be a massive game. But yeah, Liverpool, they used to be one of my bogey sides along with Arsenal, but I don't know. Arsenal obviously proved to not be my bogey side this season, because they're probably the greatest win I've had this season when I face them. But we do need a win here, really. We've lost 3-0 on the bounce now. Obviously the fixtures have been pretty tough, and this kind of adds to that, but we have Manchester City away after this, as there's Danny Ings on the bench. He may make an appearance off the bench, but they do have Balotelli up front, so I'm hoping that maybe I can keep them out relatively easily, but I guess we'll see. Anyway, here comes Flanagan. It looks like they've gone for a relatively attacking formation here. I mean, they've got Henderson, two strikers up front, which Brendan Rodgers hasn't really been doing much this season. Haven't been on the game in a while, so I'll be happy probably with a point in this game. But oh my god, and Heaton, and well, that was a bit of a they actually got a free kick now, so it's not been the greatest start at all so far. As Balotelli takes it short, I wasn't quite expecting that, I have to admit, and that's taken a deflection, and that's a good save by Heaton, and early pressure on, really. I mean, which you probably would have expected it, and that's a terrible back pass, and oh, we almost got in there from that poor pass. But yeah, that deflection could have gone anywhere. I mean, Heaton has looked a bit shaky, but he's made the saves well enough, as we've just about shielded it out there. I mean, a point would be good from this, but I really do need a win. That's not the greatest touch, but luckily me kind of got away with it a touch. Not a great touch from I think it was Boyd there, as Ben Mee wins it. Keane again solid in the defence. He really has done nothing wrong this season, Keane. He's been the solid player at the back. Here comes Lucas Jutskovic, our top scorer, and he needs to score in this game probably. Whips it in for Ashley Barnes, who isn't the greatest at kind of controlling the ball, but when he gets his head on it, he can be pretty dangerous, as Taylor whips it in. Lucas Jutskovic with the header, and he just found a bit of room there, put away from his marker, and it was the goalkeeper. I'm not quite sure if that was Mignolet. I think it's a different keeper. He made the save. We're going to whip it in again. Taylor, pretty good from dead ball situations, and it's Keane this time, but he couldn't get it even on target. Oh, we've got another corner, so the pressure just piles on here on Liverpool. Good ball in again. Jutskovic again, and he's headed it, and it's just about cleared off the line, and it's Jones in goal. Brad Jones, and well, Jutskovic so unlucky there. Comes close in pretty much the exact same spots twice, and the second one headed off the line. Rosita there. Interesting that he's playing for Liverpool. Jutskovic, a great ball into Barnes. Jutskovic is looking very, very good in these early stages, but Ashley Barnes is in and we're 1-0 up. And that is all Lucas Jutskovic. Brilliant play from him. He's clipped it into Ashley Barnes, and it's 1-0 at Turf Moor, and it's Ashley Barnes who has got his second goal of the season, I think. fantastic though. Shows Liverpool's terrible defensive ability, and I'm not quite sure what Brad Jones is doing there. It's actually his third goal of the season, so Barnes doing pretty well considering his kind of the amount of games he's played. His kind of goals to minutes ratio is pretty solid by the looks of it. As Chalobah does well there, his first involvement in the game. That's, I was going to say it's great strengths by Henderson, but then he got a foul given against him. We've tried to, well, it didn't quite work, but luckily Chalobah got it back. Ashley Barnes again. Taylor. Thank God the referee didn't get in the way there. And here comes Ben Mee. And go on Ashley Barnes. Oh, this strike force looks like it's working pretty well at the moment. Ben Mee and George Boyd just seems to be getting a lot of room down that left-hand side. As Keane's slightly out of position, but he's also, don't know if he's fouled him there. Yes, he has. But it's only a free kick. It's not in such a dangerous area. Obviously, we've got to be careful here though, because we took the lead against Newcastle at a similar time and threw it away as Manchester United lead the league lead as Newcastle. So that's a big goal, especially if Man United want to get in the top four, especially with Liverpool here losing as well. Barnes, Chalobah, and he's played it into Arfield now, who gets his first real involvement. And he's done very well there to go past Henderson. He clips it into Chalobah. This is brilliant play. Whip it in, son. Ashley Barnes. Oh, well, we are really are threatening here. I've had more possession than I would have expected. Boyd just got caught on the player there, which was a bit frustrating. Barini hasn't looked brilliant. This pretty much sums up Liverpool's performances this season. Pretty dire, to be honest. I watched the whole 12:45 game between them and Lukas Jutskovic. I mean, he's a top scorer, but he should be doing a bit better there. But yeah, I watched the Newcastle Liverpool game at 12:45. That was probably one of the worst football games I've ever seen in my life. Such a bad game, and it wasn't really helped by Robbie Savage on commentary, even though he is my namesake. Boyd has done very well there, and the link-up play is absolutely brilliant. George Boyd, this is fantastic. Oh, was that Balotelli back there? I'm not quite sure. It might have been Sacco. I think it was Sacco, but look how well we're threatening. Hit it, Chalobah. Oh! Oh, that would have been beautiful if that had gone in. That was... He just had so much room. And I think he's done that before this season, hit the bar, as that's exactly what I didn't need to do. And, Barini could be in now, and that miss may haunt us. Keane tries to get there, hasn't done very well, and it's Balotelli, and he's equalised. What were the chances? Mario Balotelli gets the equaliser, and I had a feeling it was coming, to be honest, when I cocked up that pass. That was entirely my fault, but that's just... Barini's done very well there, to be fair. It's heartbreaking. Balotelli, 7 goals. Wow, how unrealistic is this game? Trippier, great run. We really are doing well at the moment, though. Chalobah flicks it over to Jutskovic, who surely that's a penalty, and he's given it. It's Sacco that's brought him down. And it might be a red as well, actually. Come on, give him a red, ref. He's just slapped Lucas in the face. Yeah, I mean, he's just blocked him off there. I agree, it is poor marking. So who's it going to be? So I'm guessing it's George Boyd that's... no, it's Jutskovic who got the penalty. Jutskovic, can he get his 6th goal of the season? Unless we give it to someone else. His penalty accuracy is pretty good, so I think we're going to go with him. Jutskovic scores, and Jutskovic gets his 6th of the season, and for a man that couldn't hit the target, that's pretty damn impressive. And I think it's his first penalty for that. Might be the first one that he hasn't scored with his head, potentially. But there we go, back in the lead, and it's the first time we've scored more than 1 goal in quite a while, to say the least. I think it's the first game in 5, actually, as Balotelli loses it there. This has been a very, very good performance so far. if I say so myself. I guess you could be the judge of that, but I think it's been pretty good. Boyd, can he win it back? He tried to. He just about only managed to toe poke it out for a throw as Coutinho tried to get in a good position there. Almost went a bit wrong for us as that's cleared away pretty nicely. The only thing I'm slightly worried about is maybe kind of Liverpool kind of immature, although Chalobah's certainly changed that opinion because he's just won the ball very, very well, and it's chipped over to Ashley Barnes, who's now in on goal, and it could be free, and he's put it in. Ashley Barnes gets his fourth of the season, and Liverpool are falling apart. Oh, this is beautiful. It's Crystal Palace all over again for Liverpool. I don't know what the defender's doing there, as for some reason a fan is blocking our view. But nice to see we actually have fans. 3-1 at half-time. Who would have thought it? I mean, I've absolutely trounced Liverpool before on certain career modes, but this takes the jackpot, really. Let's look at other results. Manchester City, what are they doing? They're winning. Everton drawing, so it looks like we're going to move up the table a bit, potentially. Manchester United, Newcastle 1-1. Chelsea are also drawing 1-1, so it's pretty balanced. I mean, look at that, 10 shots in the first half. Liverpool's defence is all over the place. Nice to see that there is a bit of realism, though, even though Balotelli scored. Here comes Trippier. And we've found Jutskovic now. This is great passing as well. Arfield has used his strengths pretty well there. Taylor, Barnes. And Barnes tries to get a shot away there. If he scored from there, it would have been pretty magnificent. Taylor having to get back now. I'm definitely thinking of replacing Taylor. Someone else suggested Fellaini in the comments. I think it was on the last video, actually. Might have been on the video before that, but I mean, Fellaini might be a bit too much, and especially his wages might be a problem for a club like Burnley, but I mean, as I said, Cameron Jerome is definitely on the list, although my strikers don't seem to have too much trouble scoring at the moment. Definitely thinking of bringing in defensive capabilities, maybe. I mean, Trippier is good going forward, but I'm thinking I might try and push him into a bit more of an advanced role in certain games, because he does seem to be just better going forwards than at the back. Ben Mee seems pretty solid. We might need to replace Shackle because he's getting older and older and his stats are just going to go down as Chalobah tries to win the ball down. I'm definitely thinking about probably Zuma, the Chelsea defender, because you can usually get him on loan. I might have a look at other options there in the Championship, but he's definitely who I'd probably go for as a definite that you could bring in. Henderson tries to get a header away, and that's pretty poor defending, and we almost it almost cost us there. I mean, there's Sturridge finally. I'm wondering why he didn't start the start, to be honest. I mean, Brendan Rodgers again resting his good players like he did in the Champions League. Oh, that's a great piece of football again. I'm loving how this team is playing. George Boyd whips it in.
Very straightforward for the goalkeeper.
But yeah, this is just quite nice to play, to be honest. All the passes are hitting the right people, apart from that one that obviously led to the goal. But the defence has been pretty solid, and it's just pretty easy to dissect Liverpool because, well, number one, it's fun because, well, Liverpool fans aren't exactly high on my list of fans. Anyway, we're going to make some substitutions here. I think we're just going to bring Jutskovic off to give him a bit of a rest. I mean, he's got his goal. Chalobah seems a bit worn out, which is a bit bizarre considering he's kind of younger, but we'll just bring Jones on for him. And Kitely, I think we'll bring him on for Arfield. But I mean, we now have even more reinforcements coming off the bench, and we're 3-1 up. We can make this pretty embarrassing for Liverpool here, but and also make the teammates possibly box on Boxing Day, as Danny Ings has done well there. Again, he's wearing gloves for whatever reason. I mean, I know it's December, but it doesn't look particularly cold, and no one else is wearing gloves, not even Balotelli. Or is he? No, actually he is. I'm too focused on gloves, and I've almost conceded a goal, but luckily I haven't. And here comes George Boyd, who's been one of the best players in this game, and George Boyd is just pulling away from the slower Lavia, but he's done pretty well there, to be fair, Lucas, in the end. Coutinho hasn't really been able to get a grip of the ball at all in this game. Jones finally gets a touch. He's just going to be kind of that calming influence that comes off the bench. As Kitely now, he's got plenty of pace ready to show. And it might get worse here. Danny Ings, oh, very unlucky. He just can't seem to score at the moment. He got those 2 goals against Arsenal and he's just struggled ever since. He can't seem to consistently put them in at the moment for whatever reason. As King got slightly blocked off there. Here comes Flanagan. Arsenal got another goal against QPR. QPR season gets worse. We're definitely going to distance ourselves from the bottom 3 at this rate. I don't think Villa are doing particularly well. And Crystal Palace are well down. Here comes Danny Ings, and look how much room is given to Barnes now. And this is a real chance. I'm not quite sure if Barnes has a pace. He surely has it on Saka, though. He's cut inside. Beautiful stuff. Oh, unbelievable. He's just cut inside. He's absolutely sold him for the dummy there. And Saka is slow as crap, really. Ben Mee, look at that assertive defending. That left-hand side has been unbelievable in this game. And Ashley Barnes, he's tried to clip it into Ings, who's got a ton of pace since he's just come off the bench. Someone's hit the crossbar. Henderson to Manquillo. They've just played maybe a bit too much of a weaker side. They didn't bring Sturridge on off the bench. I mean, Sturridge has caused me a few problems since he's come off, so... Oh, sorry, come on. As that's a great clearance. I'm not quite sure what Heaton was doing. He probably should have come out. Here's a chance for Liverpool. Maybe if we conceded now, it'd be a bit frustrating, to be honest, although that was offside, so that's perfect for us. Moreno's on, which is a bit of a weird substitution when you're 3-1 down. You wouldn't really think to bring on a defender, but I guess that is Liverpool. I mean, they are attacking pretty hard now, so if we can get the ball and win it off them like that, then we might be able to hit them on the counter. Lovren's not made a very good touch there, but possibly got slightly lucky, and that's pretty much a lofted ball to nowhere, and it's really put them in trouble now because we can just hoof it up there to Ashley Barnes, and that's a 2-on-2 situation. Danny Ings almost takes it off Lovren, and if they didn't have Lovren at the back there, I think they'd be seriously screwed. If it was Skirtle, then well, I don't think they'll be doing too well. Sturridge now, he's tried to clip it over, and that might be a penalty. No, he's not given anything, and thank God that play didn't get in the way, as sadly the kick just wasn't strong enough there. We could definitely get a 4th here if we catch them on the counter. And again, Liverpool are just running out of ideas here because they're just hopelessly hoofing it up the field, really, as that's not going to go to Ashley Barnes, I don't think, although somehow Moreno's got there because he's got lightning pace, but well, that sums up Liverpool's game, really. Just smashes out of play. Yeshil's on, who scored an overhead kick against me once. I'll still never forget that moment because I just was never expecting it. Danny Ings, he's found Jones, who tried to get... Well, I was about to pull the trigger with him, but he just got muscled off in the last moment as it's opened up a bit for Liverpool there, but we've actually gone back... Well, I say that we tried to go back to the goalkeeper, we slightly overhit it. Maybe kind of suckering them in for a corner, I guess, as well, though, as, oh, bloody hell, the goalkeeper's up, and now he's running back. I don't know what's going on there, as now the keeper's caught it, and I think Liverpool might be in a bit of trouble here. I'm not quite sure where the keeper is. I think he's just about got back to his line now, but it might not matter because Ashley Barnes is away, and look how much he's tugging him there. That could be a red card, maybe. Let's see what happens here. He's picked up the ball, he doesn't seem very happy, he hasn't even got a yellow card. That's pretty poor from the referee, to be honest. Boyd whips it in, and oh, that was pretty close. Yeshil was the worst touch in the world. Keane, look at the bomb forward from the centre-back. It's not a bad ball either. Headed away though, and that is full time. It's a fantastic result on Boxing Day for us. We've beaten Liverpool. It's another 3-1. I seem to be obsessed with a 3-1 result whenever I win. But it felt relatively comfortable, to be honest, which I wasn't really expecting. But we didn't slip up. I mean, we had that poor pass, but I think the penalty kind of took the wind out of their sails, to be honest. Second half was pretty horrendous from them. But look at that, 13 shots to 6. To be fair, they had a lot more possession, but they didn't really do anything with it, as you could see, with them just kind of hopelessly punting it forward at most points. Chelsea won, Newcastle also won again. I'm not quite sure what's going on there. Stephen Reed, I don't care. and we have Manchester City up next, but we are still 17th, 17th sadly, but we do have a 4-point gap to Villa now, and if we can beat Manchester City, which is going to be quite a difficult task, but they're not exactly doing brilliantly, then we will leap up a few positions, to say the least. So that was a result that we desperately needed, and we got it. Great result. So thank you for watching, and until next time, goodbye.